If you're an installer, let me show you how you can become a breakdown and fault finding engineer and have another very good income. These are some of the many jobs that installers and other breakdown engineers have missed or couldn't be bothered to solve. But it's my job to tidy it up and leave the customer with a lean, green and safe machine. Here's a very popular fault. Some installers used a bath tap flexi pipe to connect an expansion vessel, which is 3/4 BSP, to a 22mm copper pipe. That's completely wrong. And also some reduce it to 15mm. That's completely wrong. It must be 3/4 to 22mm. That's the correct way. Here's a good example showing all the pipes underneath the boiler, the flow, return, auto bypass, expansion vessel pipes. They must all be 22mm. This is a typical fault. A room thermostat is installed in a hall or landing. I don't know why. Specifiers do this as well. It's a room thermostat. I find this a lot where a 240 volt mains analog room thermostat requires minimum 3 wires. 1 permanent live, 1 switched live and 1 neutral and possibly an earth. Often I find they're just using a twin and earth, so therefore that thermostat needs replacing for a nice 2-wire DiGi stat. I often see videos on YouTube where the engineer is talking about this, that and the other, but I'm seeing a gauge, 1.5, 2 bars even, completely ignored. That's a major fault. The water pressure in most combis should be just 1 bar and it doesn't move. So engineers, don't ignore high pressure. This is just a typical pressure gauge set at 1 bar, which is where it should be, with the expansion vessel at 1 bar and plenty of inhibitor. That means the boiler will be lean, green and cheap to run, and the efficiency goes up, which is what we want. If the expansion vessel is large enough to take up the movement from 1 bar, then the gauge should not move. That's the correct way. But often we see and hear installers saying it goes to 1.2 or 1.5. That is a fault. That means that the expansion vessel is either flat and it just wants repumping, or it's too small for the system. Every system must have an automatic bypass. Too many installers will simply point to the boiler and say, it might be in there, but I can't be bothered. And they go home. But as I keep reminding engineers, it's the system that needs the bypass, not the boiler. The manufacturer may include one, they may not. But the thing is, I have to put in an automatic bypass. Not a gate valve, not a bullet fix valve, an automatic 22mm end-to-end compression fitting. This is the reason why we have to put an automatic bypass in every system. It's because at 11 o'clock the boiler's extra hot from the central heating load or even from hot water, but it has to cool down gently. When the valves are closed, that can't happen, obviously. So therefore, the boiler will burst. A pipe, a joint, somewhere in there might do a great deal of damage, and you could ruin a boiler quite easily. And the end user has a claim against the installer why they didn't comply with the installation manual. So all installers and breakdown engineers fit these auto bypasses and set them up accordingly. It's a win-win situation for the system and for everybody. Just a reminder, we've got all these apps, including 2 teaching ones, one for wiring and this one you can see for fault finding on boilers. So 21 chapters, easy to use, how to test components and what to look out for. Apart from our usual gas rate, heat loss, wiring controls, error codes, apps. They're all available from the 2 markets and they're all one price, $4.99. Take care. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I always answer everybody, and like and subscribe to our channel for more fantastic adult videos. Take care.